9mm versus 38 special, and today what I'm testing is 4-inch barrels. Now usually I am told that the 9mm is extraordinarily more powerful than the 38 special. 38 special is very weak anemic cartridge. So what I decided to do today was use the best cartridges I have of these particular calibers, and they are 9mm plus P and 38 special plus P. And what makes this pretty fair test is these are both Spear Gold Dot bullets. They both appear to be the short barrel Gold Dot bullet, and 9mm is a 124 grain. The 38 special is a 125 grain, so very, very close. Both are rated at plus P. And this is a 4-inch barrel 686 for the 38 special. I know a lot of people complain about that, say it's not common. And a 4-inch barrel Ruger Security 9. Pretty comparable to the Glock 19, so that is pretty common. But when we push these cartridges to their maximum potential, which I believe both of these are through 4-inch barrels, what will we see? So we're going to go through the chronograph, see what kind of velocity and accuracy we're getting at the same time. And as always, we're going to go through the Juggernaut box, which contains a 1 3/4 inch pack of bologna, followed by a 1/4 inch medium density fiberboard, covered by 4 layers of denim. That kind of represents flesh and the resistance a body would give. And water jugs catch that projectile. And typically what we see after going through the bologna pack is out the back of the first jug is about 9 inches, comparable to ballistics gel. Jug 2 about 12 inches, back of jug 3 about 15 inches, and so on. So let's get started with the test and see how 38 special compares to 9mm when we really push them to more of a fair comparison. So let's get started. Alright, first up is the 9mm Spear Gold Dot 124 grain plus P. We're about 5 yards from the target, about 4.5 yards from the chronograph, and I'm going to aim as best I can and try to place these shots as accurately as possible. See how these rounds do. $11.97, 11.68, 11.57, 11.70. And 11.62, so not too bad overall. Now let's see how the 38 special compares. Alright, 38 special, I'm going to go double action and again place them as accurately as I think I can. Not sure that read. Yeah, 11.78, 11.68. 11.86, 11.70, and 11.60. So very, very comparable. Very comparable. So we got almost the same energy, but the 38 special oftentimes has a little bit larger of a hollow cavity and a little bit different shape of a bullet. So will that make a difference on the ballistic target? So let's get started with the test and see how the 9mm compares to the 38 special. Alright, first up is the 9mm. Typically we make a mark out the back of the third jug with this round. We'll see how it compares today. Alright. And we got really, really good damage. This is better than average. So straight through the denim, and the exit hole out the back of the bologna is just massive. I would not want to get hit with that. Alright, the fiberboard is underneath the first jug. Pretty good damage. Alright, the first jug has just a massive amount of damage. This is what we like to see. This is very good. Jug 2, we still have a nice centered impact. Straight through jug 2. Centered impact on jug 3. A hole at the back of jug 3. An impact in jug 4, and the bullet is on the inside of the box. And what we got is absolutely perfect gold dot flowering that we like to see. So we're continuing to show that this is a really good round. Tested it several times, it continues to perform really well. We hit the fourth jug, a little bit more damage than average on the fourth jug, so I would estimate about 16 inches of penetration if it were to be ballistics gel. Now let's see how the 38 special compares to this. Alright, 38 Special, we had similar energy out of this revolver. Will we have similar performance? So let's find out. And the baloney came back the same speed at which the 9mm did. However, I would say this is a little bit worse damage. We did have the same centered hole, so it's not to the side or anything. And this is just mangled pretty bad. Fiberboard looks about the same as the 9mm did. First jug, it flew the side out the back rather than splitting the front. I don't think I ever saw that before. Jug 2, we're continuing a nice straightforward hole. It looks like there's a little bit more of chunking away at the plastic in jug 2, but the damage to the second jug is similar, except it is cracked. And jug 3, we broke out the bottom of jug 3 and hit the bottom of the box. And the bullet is in there. And what we have is just absolutely perfect flowering. Same as the 9mm, but rather than about 16 inches of penetration if it were to be ballistics gel, I would estimate about 15 inches, so pretty similar. A little bit larger, but just, 1 inch less penetration. So overall, my thought on this ammunition is they're both really good ammunitions to use. Now, a lot of people are going to say this test isn't fair because technically the 38 Special had a longer barrel than the 9mm, but it just proves that it is pretty good ammunition. And I kind of wanted to clear up something about the 38 Special. A lot of people don't have a good idea of how the 38 Special works. A lot of times what you see is ammunition companies will load 9mm, 9mm, 9mm just constantly. And when they switch it out to loading 38 Special, they do it only certain days of the year. So what they basically do is they have to reset all their dies and all of that. Well, a lot of times what you see if you just dissect ammunition is the 38 Special is using the exact same amount and the exact same kind of fast burning powder that is used in the 9mm cartridge. So what happens is the larger case capacity, it's going to reduce the pressure significantly. Buffalo Bore, on the other hand, will use powders that are a little bit more suitable for a revolver cartridge. Rather than just go the cheap route, they're going to go the quality route and load it to its maximum potential. A lot of people have the misconception that Buffalo Bore must be loading them as if they're 357. They're loading them at 35,000 psi and they'll blow up your revolvers, and that's not the truth. Even though Buffalo Bore is not a SAMI member company, they're going to load their ammunition pretty darn close to what SAMI specs are for safety's sake, because nobody's going to want to get sued by blowing up a bunch of people's revolvers. So we're using a little bit different powder, probably a little bit slower burning powder, probably a little bit bulkier powder that's going to burn more efficiently. And with the amount of crimp around the cartridge neck, I would say they're probably using a Magnum powder as well, or possibly a blend of powders. So when loaded correctly, the 38 Special is a pretty good cartridge overall. So I would say pretty comparable. Now a lot of people are going to say 6 rounds versus 15 rounds. Well, yeah, there's more rounds in the 9mm, but it depends on what your purpose is, because the average self-defense scenario requires about 3 rounds average. So, and you also have an increase in accuracy, and I think that would translate out a little bit further as to better accuracy. So as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching. And I'm going to have a little bit of a special extra ending just to show what the accuracy is like at about 40 yards between the two of these, just a few rounds. Alright, I have my favorite target, the propane tank. It's about 1 foot wide by about 15 inches tall. 50 yards out. See how the 9mm compares to the 38 Special at this range. See if I can hit it. Got it. Again. A little bit off. Got it. Got it. Oh, let's see if I can hit that water jug. A little bit to the left that time. Now let's try the 38 Special. Alright, 38 Special, we'll do some double action at that tank. I think I got it. it goes. I'll go for the water jug. A little above it. A little above it again. I'll aim a little bit lower. Alright, a couple more chances to hit that water jug with both cartridges. Alright, 9mm. It was hitting a little left for me, so I'll aim a little bit right. Right in front of it. Alright, I'll try the 38 Special one more time. And what can we do with the 38 Special? We can cheat a little bit. I only have 2 rounds left. Single action, that's cheating. A little low. One more. Oh, missed that jug. But they're both pretty accurate at that range. I would say the 38 Special was a little more accurate at hitting that tank than the 9mm, but both still pretty accurate. So again, as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching.